The DSMiSIG systematic approach to mobilizing the introduction of DSM practices into industry is its mutual learning and support processes, which are subdivided further into 6 core elements. Integration of the business process, that is tying together the various elements within the business in a systemic way, making sure that all the causes and effects are understood, allowing one to be very responsive or adaptive, but conversely to avoid the consequences of unintended consequences. So that's a very important one. Integration of business processes. On our first node, the role of DSM in the integration process. It's fair to say that DSM is a tool that provides excellent insight into the interdependencies between the elements of a design, an organization, or a process in a visual format. DSM does this by facilitating the organization or team's discussion of each element's prerequisites and outputs, and the roles and responsibilities, commitments of all parties involved. As part of the DSM process, this information is recorded on a map or a model that readily and easily is read and reviewed by all stakeholders. In this way, stakeholders become highly aligned through their common view and understanding of the program situation and its progress towards its objectives. Programs that have this level of cross-functional understanding and insight are said to have situational visibility and or objective clarity. The role of DSM in workflow management is fairly easy to demonstrate. For each intersection on a DSM matrix, there is a supplier-client transfer of some sort. A mini contract can be written for this exchange, defining the what, where, when, and how much for each one of these transactions on the matrix. The network of connections between these intersections or nodes is the workflow. In the case of looking at aligning organizational structure with business processes, DSM makes it relatively easy to design the structural organization chart of the organization to align with the function that it has to execute. It's a real case of form following function. The DSM charts clearly show blocks of highly interdependent activity, where physical or virtual co-location of involved team members is conducive to resolving the complex situation at hand. The phase or handoff reviews should be positioned between these blocks wherever it is possible. DSM is a very effective tool for removing unnecessary dependencies and unverified assumptions, which without proper proactive attention often result in significant rework and waste later in the program. The removal of this waste is a real contribution to getting your programs to run in a lean fashion. DSM in the role of program planning and management processes. Using DSM in the planning process or management process, I should say, ensures that more accurate scope of work is developed and that the program's risk structure is easier to see and to prioritize for mitigation activities. This added insight allows for better portfolio prioritization and roadmap positioning.